Why we require this concept? For that, understand first the array that we are already discussed in our previous lectures. Suppose I want to store the student details for a single student, then we are creating just one variable s1. Suppose I want to store for a 50 students, then you are creating the 50 variables s1, s2. No. So for that we have to use this concept, that is array of structures. Why? Because the array is what? It is a collection of elements with a single name. Clear? So you can write number of data inside one single variable using array. Now here the array of type structures. Suppose I am writing like integer a of 5. That indicates what? The a store 5 integer value. But now my theory is changed. Array of structures, that indicates what? Here array elements are nothing but itself is a structures. Clear? So in array of structures we can say like that each element is of type structure. Clear? So when we are writing this theory, first we have to write the syntax like struct, then structure name, then array name, and inside square bracket we have to write the size. Suppose I want to store for a 10 students, then we have to write size 10. For a 50 students we have to write 50, likewise that. So here I am considering the simple example of students. How many? 5 students, and the members are same, roll number, name and address. Means we are trying to input the data for a 5 students like roll number, name and address, and same data we have to print using this concept. So if you are not using this theory, then in that case you have to write 5 different variables, s1, s2, s3, s4, s5, but it is very lengthy process, and to overcome this problem we have another concept, that is array of structures, that we have to apply. And first is a defining structure. So first we are define the structure like struct student, and inside curly bracket the 3 members, integer roll number, character name and character address, and after semicolon now we are starting our void main. Inside void main we are writing the declaration of structures, that is our second method for declaring structure variable. But now here our title is array of structures, so we have to follow the syntax like struct, then student, then array name is suppose s, and inside square bracket we are writing 5, means 5 students data you can combine using single name s. Clear? And now we have to use another variable, that is integer I. Why? Because when you are writing any of the program using array, you need a for loop. So here in a for we are writing I equals 0, because I is always start with 0 index for a array, I less than 5 and then I plus plus, and inside for loop we have to write the printf and scanf for reading the data from the user. So first here I am writing the message like printf, enter roll number, name, address for a student equal %d and then I plus 1. That indicates the student number will be changed like 1, 2, 3 and so on. So first is 0 plus 1, because I is 0, so 0 plus 1 it becomes 1, then 1 plus 1 it becomes 2 and so on. Clear? And inside scanf we are writing %d for roll number, %s for a name and again %s for a address. And now you have to use the syntax like s, inside bracket we have to write I. So s of I, that is s of 0, s of 1, s of 2. So in s of 0 you can store the first student data, in s of 1 you can store second student data, s of 2 means third student data, likewise that. Clear? So in end of s of I, then roll number, then comma s of I dot name and then s of I dot address. So this is what? To read the data for a 5 student from the user. Now you want to print the same data using printf statement. So again you have to use for loop, and before for loop we are writing just message in a printf roll number, then /t, name /t, address, likewise that. So what happened, the tabular form you can find in your output, and then inside for loop we have to write the printf to print the all the datas, and for that we are using printf %d, again /t for a tab, %s/t, %s, clear. And the first data is s of I dot roll number, second s of I dot name, third s of I dot address. So when you are executing this program, the output is just like you have to enter roll number, name and address for a student 1, and suppose I am entering 10 for roll number, name Bhavya and then address Ahmedabad. Same message you have to repeat for a second student, enter roll number, name and address for student 2. Here I am considering only 1, but actually it asks for a 5 students, clear. So you have to enter for a 5 different students roll number, name and address, and the message will be printed roll number, name, address, and all the details, all the roll numbers, all the name and address will be printed using the second for loop. Here I am writing only one, that is 10, name Bhavya, and third is address, clear. So this is the concept of array of structures. When you are using this concept, when you have a multiple values of different structures, like you want to store the 100 book details, then also you can use this concept. So the word nested means what? You have to put inside of it again, but here the title is nested structure, means inside structure we have to again write the structure, clear. So we can say like that, one structure is there and inside that structure again the another structure is that is our nested structure. Let's see here the same example I am considering for a student having roll number, name and birth date, clear. Why? Because the birth date is again 3 members, that is date, month and year. So for that birth date we are specifying another structures. Why? Because suppose in our record students are there, employees are there, and again some another persons are there. Each and every people have birth date, clear. So when you are want to maintain the record for each and every separate person, for an employee separate, for a student separate, then you can write the separate structure for a birth date and you can call that structure again inside the different structure, for a student also, for an employee also, likewise that, clear. So here I am using the same concept and declare the structure for a birth date, that name is date, and inside that date we are writing 3 members. First is DD for a day, MM for a month and YY for year. This is separate structure, and then again we are writing another structure, that is our main structure for a student having 3 members. First is a roll number, second is a name, and now third member is again structure, that is the concept of nested. So inside struct again we have to write the struct keyword and then the name of structures that you are calling inside the structure, that is date, and then the variable, that is b date, clear. So this is the concept of nested structures. Now how you can access the member when you are using nested structure? So let's see here, in a void main first we are declaring the variable for our student structure, that is struct student s, and then we have to print the data like enter roll number and name, and then we have to read the data using scanf function, %d, %s, and then end of s dot roll number, s dot name. This is already discussed how we can access the members, but now the third member is different. It is not an integer character type, but it is of structure type. So in that case we have to write like the first we are printing the message printf enter birth date, and now in a scanf we are writing 3 times %d because we are calling to the above structure, that is date, and here the 3 members are there. First is a day, month, year. So %d for a day, then month, and then year, and here I am specifying ampersand s dot b date dot dd. That indicates what? S is original structure, then inside that we are using another variable, that is b date, and then inside b date we are accessing the day. Clear? So likewise that when you are using the nested structure, you have to put double dot. Clear? And separating with each and every members. Clear? Then after dd we have to put for s dot b date dot mm, and third one is s dot b date dot yy. Clear? So this is what? Input from the user, and now we have to print the same details, and for that we are writing like printf roll number equals %d, name equals %s, and then s dot roll number, s dot name. So here in this printf statement, roll number will be printed, name will be printed, and now after that we are writing another printf for a birth date, that is birth date equal to %d then slash for a date format, %d then slash and then %d, and first value is for s dot b date dot dd, second for a s dot b date dot mm, and third for a s dot b date dot yy. Clear? So in this case you can apply the nested concept. Now what is the output of this program? Let's see here. First the message is display like enter your roll number and name. So I am entering roll number, that is 10, and name is Bhavya. Then enter birth date. So here I am enter the day, that is 3, then month 7, and then year 2012. Then what happened? The next printf will be executed and the same details will be printed like roll number equals 10, name equals Bhavya, and birth date equals 3 then slash 7 slash 2012. Clear? I hope you guys understand this both the concept array of structure and nested structure very well. If you like this video, then thumbs up. If you think this video will help some of your friends, then do share this video with them. Also you can subscribe my channel, so when I upload new video you get a notification. If you have any doubt, feel free contact me.